morning. I'm on a morning walk right now with my collagen. So on a little t-shirt and sweats. It's actually freezing out here. And this has become my morning routine. Actually, pretty much since prep. In prep, I would wake up and immediately do cardio. But recently, I've made it a goal to wake up and go for a morning fasted like cardio walk. My eyes look super puffy. I look super tired because I legit just rolled out of bed, changed, and then went outside. Filled up my water with my doTERRA collagen. And I'm gonna go for at least like a 25 to 30 minute walk before I start my day. This is how I've been going about every day for a while now. So it's really nice to just wake up, go on a fasted walk on an empty stomach. I get energy from my walk and I feel really good after. So this is what I'm doing. May or may not have stopped to pick some blackberries. I've been on this kick of picking blackberries, you guys, on my morning walks. And it's literally like enough for my breakfast to add to like my cream of rice. So quite amazing, I must say. Okay, now that I'm officially back from my morning walk, I just made my breakfast. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Still devouring these eggs with, now I'm actually having cream of rice instead of oatmeal. I just love the sound of a Keurig in the morning. I've been making cream of rice with my chia seeds. And then I have 100 grams of fruit in here. So blackberries from this morning's walk and then some strawberries. And then 4 eggs with some sriracha and a bunch of other seasonings. So I'm gonna eat this. And then I have to get ready for a Zoom call for the program that me and Gemma are doing called Body Codes. So I'm pumped for that. I finally got ready for the day and just finished doing a full body flow session for my Body Codes program that Gemma and I have been hosting. We did like a full body yoga flow session. I thought about recording it, but I forgot. So that's just where my brain's been lately. We did a stretching session and then we talked about habits and routines and falling in love with the process over the end result. Really good stuff. Anyways, I finally am picking up my camera. I cannot believe it. I have not vlogged in so long, and I don't know if you guys will believe me if I say this, but I literally have picked up my camera at least 2 or 3 times and started recording for the day. And then I've just like stopped and deleted them because I just get like annoyed and I'm like, I don't really want to record. And that sounds so sad because I love vlogging and I love updating you all on life and fitness and health and bodybuilding. But to be honest, lately it's been like a little bit rough. Just for me, hormonally, I've been dealing with some things, but currently I'm just waiting to get back my saliva results. So I got some blood work done at the end of June. It is now August, and my blood work just took a while to get back. But something ended up happening with my saliva test. It wasn't like correct the first time I did it, so I just had to redo it. So I just mailed in my saliva test on Tuesday this last week, and hopefully in the next like week I'll hear back with what the hell is going on with my hormones, because something's off. I don't feel 100% myself. I feel extremely fatigued like in the afternoons. And I ended up taking a whole week off of training last week. My coach was like, you need to like rest. My central nervous system felt like it was taxed and just overwhelmed and just not great. So that being said, this week I've been feeling a little bit better, but I still don't feel 100% myself. I haven't had a period. That's actually been why we have been so curious to see what my blood work results are. It's interesting because when I did get my blood work done, I was having a regular period. Like I still had my period through prep. I had my period after my show too. But then my period just stopped like at the end of June. So I'm thinking that it's just my body being under a lot of stress from the show, and like it just kind of caught up to me after, you know, some time, and sometimes that happens to competitors. So I'm hoping to find some answers soon and figure out kind of what's going on with me, so that way we can kind of get me to feeling better. But in the meantime, I am going to be training legs today, which I think I'm going to bring the camera with me and just kind of live it up on this fabulous sunny Saturday. I don't have any crazy plans today, so it's a pretty chill day. But yeah. All right, guys, here we have a little OOTD for the gym. So I'm wearing this backless top. I literally wear this basically every single day of my life and I'm obsessed with it. It's from Gemma. And then I have on my black Nike leggings with my Hokas, which when am I not wearing my Hokas?
But anyways, I was just going to go train legs. I'm pretty fatigued and tired feeling this week and super sore. It's my first week back training since taking a whole entire week off. So it should be interesting getting in the gym today. I took a little mini nap earlier and ended up washing my car, which was really nice. Yeah, I also am going to try to go to a thrift store and see if they will take some clothes that I'm getting rid of. Maybe give me some money for them. As you can see, my closet is pretty organized. Not really color coordinated, but that's okay. But I went through it the other day and a lot of stuff doesn't fit me anymore and a lot of stuff I just don't wear anymore. And so I want to try to get rid of it. So I'm gonna go do that.
Hi. Yeah, can I just get a 16-ounce iced half-calf Americano?
Half-calf Americano?
Yeah, with a little bit of hemp milk and sugar-free vanilla.
Yeah.
Please?
And that was a 16 ounce?
Yes.
Okay, we secured the iced coffee. Half-calf Americano with hemp milk and sugar-free vanilla, my go-to drink. That is quality right there. That will hype me up for the gym. Let's freaking go.
You stole my heart of gold after my silver soul. Can you dig any deeper now? I gave you all I own, put you on this golden throne, but I'm a little stronger now. You cashed in on my promises, you know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now, a little stronger now.
That workout kicked my absolute booty. And I just got to the thrift store and guess what, you guys? They only gave me $3 and like 85 cents, and they gave me back like 3 freaking bags of clothes because they just didn't want to buy them from me. What the flip? I have some cute freaking stuff. Whatever, I'm probably just gonna give it to my sisters or my mom and have them go through, and if they don't like it, then Goodwill it is, okay? I'm gonna go home and make food. All right, everyone, I made it safely back from the gym, snacking on my protein shake and some cream of rice. Never gets old. Never gets old. I just wanted to catch up on where I've been mentally and how life has been for me post bodybuilding show. Obviously the goal of like these YouTubes is not meant to just always talk about bodybuilding in my show, but I just want to kind of be honest and vulnerable with everybody who's just been watching and keeping up with my life, with like where I'm at currently mindset wise with things. Obviously I still want to compete. I feel like looking back at the video that I posted a couple months ago when I was like, I don't know how many weeks it had been post show, but I was like feeling great and like excited, and I still am excited, but I'm definitely not feeling great, as I mentioned earlier, with my hormonal imbalance that's been going on. So I obviously got a blood work done, and my naturopath wants me to do a saliva test, because apparently you can test for estrogen and progesterone a little bit better in your saliva than blood work, which I've never really heard that before, but that's what she told me. So I had sent a saliva test in a few weeks ago, but I didn't end up doing it correctly, which is dumb. So they told me to redo it. So I redid it and just sent it in like 4 days ago, like I mentioned earlier. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks I hear it back. Some of the blood work did come back saying that my thyroid was normal, which is really good. It did say that my testosterone was like fine, and it said that my cholesterol was a little bit high, which was a little bit weird. My coach says that that could be a sign of really low estrogen, but we don't know what my estrogen and progesterone are at right now because we don't have the actual saliva test in.
And then my creatinine was a little bit high, but he said that's also due to potential just like high protein diet, which is like common among a lot of competitors. So those are the only like results that we have back so far. But obviously we're just wanting to figure things out soon so that we can kind of get a plan in place to how we're gonna help me get better. You know, I'm not like laying in bed all day every day type thing. It's like I can still function, I just don't feel myself. Like, you know, when you're like hormonally, I don't even know, like when you're PMSing and your period's ready to start and you're just super like aggravated or like grumpy, or you just feel like not yourself. I feel like that a lot more than just like for a couple days. I also just feel it's mostly this extreme like fatigue. Like I feel good in the mornings, I feel good at night, but when it like mid-morning, midday is when I get so tired, and like I either have to take a nap or like drink some coffee or something. Like it's crazy. And I'm sleeping good at night, so we've kind of narrowed it down to like, obviously there's a hormonal problem, and obviously I haven't had a period now for a couple months, so we think that something's off. So that's what I'm working through. But something that's just been like hard for me lately too to like accept is just like how I look. And I know that sounds so like, oh my gosh, but I don't know, it's hard. Like I think there's a certain extent of like what I have idolized with bodybuilding, and I think it's hard to not attach myself to a version of like a lean version of myself. Like looking back at pictures over the last few months and like my show, like seeing how lean I got and like how I had my abs, and like how I would wake up in the morning and my stomach would be so flat, and like I looked so tiny and like lean. And not to say that I don't look lean at all still, like I understand I still do have a tight waist, but I don't know, it's like led me into this process of just like really thinking about like, wow, where did I put my identity, you know? And like I understand I can't stay that small forever, but it does mess with me a little bit, because there's days where I don't feel super lean, and then I don't want to post anything on social media because I'm like, oh, people aren't going to want to see that. They're going to want to see me looking super lean and looking really good, which I know is not a healthy mindset to have. Because with bodybuilding and with where I'm at too, like especially with my hormone health, like I need to be putting on a healthy amount of weight, and I need to be lowering my stress levels in terms of not so much like my own personal like stress, but like stress in terms of like the stress I'm putting on my body. So I recently asked my coach, he was having me doing cardio 5 days a week, and I recently asked him if I could stop doing cardio and instead of cardio just do steps, so like just go on a lot of walks outside, and he said that was totally fine. So my step goal right now is 12,000 steps a day. And I feel like that might help reduce my like stress and like cortisol. I don't know. I just feel like I was getting stressed from doing, not actually stressed, but like my body was feeling stressed from doing cardio in the mornings. And I think switching to just going on a nice little like walk outside has helped me reduce my stress a little bit. So I'm hoping that that helps a little. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. I just like, it's interesting, like looking back. It feels like you go on this high when you do a bodybuilding show, and then when you come off that high, it's like really trying to figure out like where you're placing your identity and where you're placing your value. And for me, like a lot of that is definitely I've been spending a lot of time with family and my friends and things like that, and I have prioritized that, which I'm grateful for. But I also know that my identity is not found in like what I look like, but that is still very difficult for me to accept some days. And so that's something that I actually had been talking with my counselor about recently, and she was kind of telling me to make a list of priorities in my life that I want to have and that I currently have, and then just kind of seeing what needs to change in order for me to prioritize the true things that I can identify with for my own personal self. So that's something that I am currently kind of in the middle of figuring out. So yeah, but I just wanted to talk with you guys about that, and yeah, I'm gonna eat this freaking meal. It is time for my evening walk now. I've been also trying to get into this routine and habit of going on a walk in the evenings, like after I have my meal, so that way my digestion can go smoothly. After I consume a bigger meal in the evenings, it kind of helps me unwind and chill out for the evening. So I'm gonna go take a nice stroll in the neighborhood, and then I probably should shower because I haven't showered since my workout, and that is kind of gross, but that's just how it goes sometimes. I'm in my backyard right now. This is the shed. Also, that's what's been behind me. But yeah, that's kind of just gonna be the summary of today's YouTube video. Nothing too exciting, mostly just a catch up on life and where I've been mentally, physically, and I'm really excited for just some upcoming things in life. I will say that this summer has been so much fun, and I kind of am sad that I didn't take my camera with me for a lot of events that happened this summer. Like I turned 25, my sister got married. There was just kind of a lot of fun things happening. So I feel like now that things are kind of unwinding and chilling out, I'm going to have a little bit more time to invest in YouTube and topics and fun things. So stay tuned for that.